welcome to this week's episode. This week we're going to be looking at the climax of the Premier League darts, which we're very much looking forward to.
Yeah, we've taken it to a new location this week, so for the pub sport that is darts, we've taken it to the university campus pub.
Right, so first things first, before we start, let's have a look at the table throughout the last 7 weeks.
Yeah, so as you can see, Snakebite's at the top of the table after these 7 weeks, and he's sitting pretty at the moment, just above MVG, who has played a game less, but Snakebite, coming off the back of his UK Open win a couple of weeks ago, must be feeling really confident at the moment.
Yeah, that's very interesting, almost as interesting as the middle of the table, which is very tight. A lot of players sitting on 7 and 8 points, from numbers 3 to Gary Anderson at 7. We're also going to discuss the relegation process, and also we're going to predict who we're going to see in the Premier League darts next year and who we think will win the tournament.
Pretty much adrift at the bottom of the table at the moment. We've got Kim Huybrechts in 9th and we've got Yannick Klassen in 10th, and they seem to be having a bit of a battle between themselves to see who can come bottom.
Yeah, well, watching over the previous weeks, I think it's obvious to say that Kim Huybrechts has been very unlucky with just throwing it away at the last minute, and he's quite unlucky to find himself in them elimination spots. Let me get my words.
Yeah, he is actually. That's a good point. Huybrechts actually played very well on a couple of occasions and really thrown it away at the end. So although he's played 7 and got no wins, he probably should have a couple of wins and be a bit closer to safety, really. So for those of you who don't know the format of the Premier League this year, we've got 10 players in there, and for the first 9 weeks, obviously they'll play 9 games each. At the end of that 9 weeks, the 2 at the bottom of the table will be eliminated. So at the moment that looks like Huybrechts and Yannick Klassen, and you'd be silly to bet against that. After that 9 weeks is done and dusted, you have a further 4 weeks where it's phase 2 with the remaining 8 players. Top 4 from that after the remaining weeks go into the semi-finals. Bottom 4 get cut for the year. So that's how the format works this year.
I think it's obvious to say that Michael van Gogh is the man at the moment. Everyone's looking to knock him off his perch, and there's been a lot of talk around him at the moment.
Yeah, so MVG sees himself playing 2 games tomorrow night in Manchester, which if he wins them both, can see him go back to the top above Snakebite. So he's playing Barney, which will be a great game between the 2 Dutchmen. MVG versus Barney, always a great game. He's also playing James Wade, who he's beaten in the last 6 matches. But an interesting stat is that he hasn't averaged above 100 in any of those 6 games. So although he beats him, he tends not to play his best darts, which is quite strange considering it's rare now to see MVG play a game where he averages less than 105. So there could be a potential banana skin for him there, although Wade is playing well, he's in 3rd position. And what is also interesting is that after the game last week, MVG versus Taylor, which is billed as a real big battle where MVG took Taylor apart, unfortunately, as a Taylor fan myself, he had a few, not choice words, but had a few words to say about Taylor, perhaps not being as motivated as he used to be. And that might be the reason for his poor form recently, but I think it's a bit dangerous to write Taylor off like that.
Yeah, well, as Youngsy mentioned, Taylor's not been in the greatest of form in recent weeks, and it's actually very interesting in the middle of that Premier League table where you've got 3rd place James Wade on 8 points and 8th place Dave Chisnell on 6 points. As you can see, between 3rd and 8th place there's only 2 points, so that mid-table is hotting up, especially with the top 4 going through to finals day, and it'll be really interesting to see who makes it into finals day for sure. We've got some predictions today, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. So we're obviously not going to predict who's going to get eliminated, as that almost looks set in stone. So first of all, we're going to predict who's going to win the competition this year. So do you want to go first?
Alright, so I'm going to go for the current top spot, Peter Wright. I think this year's his year. He's never won it before, the Snakebite. I just see a different dart player, more motivated dart player. And I think that this year will be his year. Been very clinical as well.
Yeah, definitely. Won the UK Open 2 weeks ago as well, so he's bang on form as well at the moment. I'm actually going to go for the Flying Scotsman, Gary Anderson. At the moment, sitting down the table a little bit at the moment, but I just think when it really matters, that's when he produces his best start. So if he can get himself up into that top 4, which is only a point or 2 off at the moment, if he can get himself into that top 4 in the next 4 or 5 weeks, then I can see him going all the way once he gets to the final stage.
So a very bold prediction from Luke. Very bold, but obviously Gary Anderson's in great form, winning a lot of tournaments over recent years. I can see where he's coming from. Another question we have to ask is, come next year, some of these players won't make it into the Premier League. So who would you like to see come in?
Yeah, I'd actually like to see, some of you may not have heard of him, but Benito van der Pas. He's been around a few years now, just goes under the radar a little bit. He plays darts a little bit different. I think it would be good for the Premier League just to see something a bit different to what we've got in there at the moment.
I'd actually like to see Mensah Suljovic come in. I've got all the tongue twisters today, but I'd like to see him come in.
Not the tripod?
No, not my favourite player, rolling shot. I think his days are done. But I think Suljovic, he was invited this year to play, but he said the finances weren't right for him to keep coming over. He's from Austria, I think, or one of them countries,
somewhere there.
And he said the finances weren't quite right for him, but he had a seeming change of heart later on with his agent getting involved, etc. But I think he could really be an addition to this Premier League next year.
Yeah, that's what we like. Van der Pas and
Suljovic, yeah.
Right guys, so make sure you tune in to Sky Sports over the next 2 Thursdays to see the completion of the league rounds in phase 1, to see who comes out in top spot and who gets eliminated.
Yeah, and if you have any predictions or disagree or agree with what we say, please leave a comment on our Twitter or on our YouTube. We really appreciate hearing from you. And of course, you can always subscribe, watch our our previous content,
Why not?
and just let us know what you think.
Why not?